Hello and welcome to another episode of the Losers Win Again Fantasy Football Channel. I'm your host, Jacob Brown, and we're here to talk about breaking news you need to know before making lineups for week 1. So drop that phone, exit out of that app, and take a look at this. So what has exactly happened over the last month of the preseason? Here are the key details we're going to be going over. Running back situations are somewhat cleared up. Unlikely players have secured starting jobs. Rookie wide receivers you need to fade. Proven veterans are sliding down the depth charts. This is where you will find value plays no one is discussing for week 1. Don't create another lineup until you have watched this full video. To start things off, who's the RB1 in Houston? Here's what you need to know. Marlon Mack was released. Royce Freeman was released but later re-signed. Rex Burkhead at 4,900 remains with the team, which makes it clear Houston wants rookie Dameon Pierce at $4,800 for Draftkings to be the 3-down back this season, making him an intriguing potential value play. Some more interesting news comes out of 49ers camp. The 49ers questionable backfield. Here's what you need to know. Trey Sermon was released, which makes it clear Elijah Mitchell at $5,400 is the starter. However, he missed all 3 preseason games due to a hamstring injury and has only just this week made it back to practice. This news makes Jeff Wilson Jr. at $5,100 interesting because he's the clear number 2 back. If Mitchell were to have any setbacks, Wilson would take the starting role. Terrion Davis-Price is the 3rd back now that Trey Sermon is gone. This backfield is one to avoid week 1 if Mitchell is in. Here's some surprising moves in the Eagles' backfield. Here's what you need to know. Miles Sanders at $5,400 on Draftkings is the starter for the Eagles. However, Thursday, September 1st is the first time he's been on the practice field in over 2 weeks. His week 1 availability is in question, which makes Boston Scott at $4,500 an intriguing play due to being the clear backup to Sanders this preseason after resting with the other starters in the last preseason game. This makes Kenneth Gainwell at $4,600 the RB3. This backfield is one to avoid week 1 if Sanders is in. If Sanders is out, Boston Scott at $4,500 becomes an intriguing value play. Is Mike Davis the week 1 starter? There's a lot to unload in this Ravens backfield situation. Here's what you need to know. Gus Edwards at $5,000 for Draftkings was placed on the PUP list, physically unable to perform, and he is out week 1. J.K. Dobbins at $5,600 is the starter for the Ravens. However, since returning to full practice participation as of August 8th, he has lacked the burst Coach Harbaugh is looking for. His week 1 availability is highly questionable, which makes Mike Davis at $4,400 on Draftkings an intriguing play due to being the clear backup to Dobbins this preseason. If Dobbins misses, Mike Davis is a great value play, which makes newly acquired Kenyon Drake at $5,000 the RB3, or if Dobbins is out, the RB2. This backfield is one to avoid week 1 if Dobbins is in. Is Damian Williams the RB1 for the Falcons? Here's what you need to know. Damian Williams at $4,700 on Draftkings rested with the starters in the Falcons preseason finale, while Tyler Algier at $4,500 played. This means Algier is the RB3 for week 1. This seems to be a running back by committee approach with Cordell Patterson at $5,800 also in the picture. Avoid this backfield at all costs week 1 due to poor game environment and just there's no clear-cut number 1 running back. Here's a few quick RB mentions that we haven't discussed. The Patriots running back Ramondre Stevenson at $5,500 is expected to be more involved in the passing game now that Ty Montgomery is out with an injury. Clyde Edwards-Helaire at $5,400 on Draftkings is still the running back 1 in Kansas City after all the offseason debate if will he or won't. Samaje Perine at $5,000 flat is the RB2 for the Bengals, not Chris Evans at $4,800. Dontrell Hilliard at $4,500 is the RB2 for the Titans, not rookie Hassan Haskins, who's at $5,000 flat. Mike Gesicki for the Miami Dolphins role has changed. Here's what you need to know. With new acquisition Tyreek Hill and Cedric Wilson, Gesicki's role in the slot has diminished. Last season, Gesicki played in the slot over 80% of the time. This preseason was only in the slot 30% of the time, making it clear that Gesicki at $4,800 on Draftkings is overpriced for Week 1 and is a full fade. Christian Watson will come off the bench Week 1. Lazard, Dobbs, and Cobb will start over Watson Week 1. Watson's knee is still questionable, and at $5,100, it's just too risky of a play. There's a new wide receiver 3 for the Panthers. Here's what you need to know. Terrace Marshall Jr. at $4,300 on DraftKings has lost the wide receiver job to Shi Smith, who's at $3,000 flat on DraftKings, creating a great value tournament play. 2 rookies out, 2 rookies in. Here's what you need to know. Jets wide receiver Corey Davis at $4,900 looks to start over rookie wide receiver Garrett Wilson at $4,700 for Week 1. Titans rookie wide receiver Treylon Burks at $5,000 flat looks to be the 4th wide receiver on the depth chart behind Nick Westbrook-Ikhine at $4,800. Commanders rookie wide receiver Jahan Dotson at $3,400 and quarterback Carson Wentz $5,500 on DraftKings look to be clicking as Dotson is Wentz's favorite target in the offseason/preseason. And lastly, the Steelers rookie wide receiver George Pickens at $4,100 is the starter in 2 wideout sets, while Chase Claypool at $5,000 flat plays the slot. Definitely some interesting options for Week 1 in that Steelers wide receiver core. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this content, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and hit that notification bell to get more content just like this. My Patreon provides these sheets and we discussed today and much more for a $5 a month fee. Drop down in the comments to ask me about it. Subscribe to my social media outlets for updates until the slate locks. I have a TikTok, Instagram, and of course a YouTube channel and a Patreon. And as for the viewers here that watch the Losers Win Again Fantasy Football channel, I thank you for watching, and we will see you next time